Hello there, TV is today, YouTube/blimp.tv. We use to, so catch us both. But anyway, I thought we are going to do some problems, issues you will have in Ubuntu 12.04. Now, every operating system in the world will have problems, even Mac and Windows. No operating system in the world is perfect. Be honest, there is no. And yes, my face is starting to bright up and nice and shiny. So yay! But anyway. So I might show you what things you can do and what things you can't do. Now my Wi-Fi stops working. I forgot to enable it. Now I'm going to tell you what you can do, what you can't do. Well, not what you can and can't do, but problems you can be solved in Ubuntu. You know, the main big problems maybe in Ubuntu. I call it 4 to 5 reasons of problems that can be solved. Let's go with that. Yeah. 4 to 5 reasons that problems can be solved. First thing is the sound and mic. I thought to do sound and mic first is because on YouTube and Blim and people who do want to record videos and TVs always have problems. They can't get the Skype to record video. You can't hear you, so forth. So I thought, hang on, we'll do a video to make people understand what to do to fix that problem. So what we're going to do is we are going to show you how to fix that problem. Well, first thing is when you install Ubuntu, make sure you have Synaptics, because most of the stuff that I'll be showing you I download from Synaptics. So, but I'm not showing you Synaptics. I'm not showing you how to download stuff from Synaptics. I'm sure you'll get an instinct on how to use Synaptics. First off, we have volume control. Well, I use this PAVU control. It's like a Pulse, an extra add-on for Pulse Control Center, to edit my mic and my sound. I've got more things. So let's look at this. I'm recording. You can tell the bars going up and down because it's recording from my mic. So I get to know if it's recording or not. This issue can be fixed by using PAVU control. And as well, of an application, if you can't get the device to record to, let's say, you can't get it recording, like you're trying to record it on, I don't know, record my desktop and you can't hear it, or you try to do a video contact with Skype and they can't hear you, it's because the sound is not recording, because they have a special thing to record over, like to other applications. The mic is working, it's just not recording. Let me show you. So we'll go to Normalizer. Slow today. Don't worry, it's because I'm recording and doing all these things. It's running so much, and my repos is not, my computer's not that super fast, but it gets the job done. If you make sure that your mic is on record and your capture is on record, if these are not on record, the applications that sort of helps to listen to the mic and stuff will not connect to the mic properly. It just won't adapt. So make sure that the mic is on record and the capture is on record. If it's not on record, that's it. Oh yeah, another thing, if you have if your mic's a bit crinkly in sound, put PCM down a notch. Sometimes if you put it really high, your sound goes a bit cringy and clinkly. So make sure it's down a little notch, not too low, not halfway, just a notch off. I don't know why it does that, but that's to do with the sound itself. So if you have a problem with sound, that's a way to fix it. Again, check if it's not on mute, or the headphones not on mute, or PCM is not on mute. So make sure these are not on mute, and make sure these are high, unless you want it on a certain degree of how high you want your sound, but that's up to you. So these are the simple ways to fix your mic, fix your sound, and so forth. That's the first thing of one problems that can cause up into Ubuntu, and you'll come up with new issues in Linux. You'll have new issues, new problems, but these problems can be solved. Again, the next thing, drivers. This is the funniest thing ever. most people, when you're on YouTube, you hear them saying, install the latest drivers, it's better off. No, don't install the latest drivers. I'm actually telling the opposite. Actually, if you're installing the latest drivers, it can actually potentially break your system. I would never, ever, ever recommend to stick to install the new ATI drivers or NVIDIA drivers. And getting that administration panel thing, pointless. I'll tell you the reason why. It doesn't work. No, it does not work at all. The reason why is because ATI concentrate more with DirectX and not OpenGL. I know it supports OpenGL, but not exactly correctly. You want to make sure that they have the default Xorg drivers. If it comes with additional drivers and it gives you this control panel, you're only installing a control panel to control more of the ATI drivers. But then again, they still don't work and they still don't do the job properly. So, I never ever recommend going into the additional drivers and install the new ATI drivers. If your system's working correctly, don't install them. Don't bother, because it's pointless. Usually just stick to the stock Xorg drivers. They do work, and they just stick to them. Don't go with the new ATI driver that's just released on the website. It does not work. I tell you that. I repeat, it does not work. It can potentially break your system. I repeat, potentially break your system. Just stick to Xorg drivers, stick to what you've got in your system. If you can get into the interface, into the 3-dimensional Ubuntu, because this is how you can test. If you can get into the 3D version of the desktop and you can get onto it, then that's fine. If you can get in the normal, if you can get in through the 2D and 3D interface of Ubuntu, you do not need, I repeat, you do not need any more drivers. That's it. If you add more drivers to the system, you could clog up the system, and playing games on Linux can be more daunting. So always stick, and I repeat, always stick to the original stock Xorg drivers. Don't go for the NVIDIA drivers, don't go for the ATI drivers. They are pointless. Don't go to their website to download the latest drivers. They are pointless. They can potentially break the system. One guarantee, one chance, and just saying. Repeat. So don't bother. Next thing. Another thing that people always have problems with is webcam. And the reason why I think that people might have a problem with webcam, if you've installed a new webcam, you've got a new computer booting up and you're having problems with it, well, I would say this. Always disable your Wi-Fi. You have this problem and your Wi-Fi turns off and your webcam turns off and you think all USB is working except for your keyboard and your mouse and all that stuff. Then make sure you disable your Wi-Fi first. If you have this problem, make sure you disable Wi-Fi first, and then reboot the webcam, and then reboot the then boot up the webcam, then reboot your Wi-Fi. That should fix the problem, so you don't have the Wi-Fi disabling and your webcam disabling itself. Because at the moment in the BIOS it's called legacy USB, and you might have that problem. You might be able the option to turn it off, and you might not have the option to turn it off. So always, have that feature to disable your Wi-Fi and turn on your webcam, and then turn back on your Wi-Fi. Okay, so repeat: disable the Wi-Fi, turn on your webcam, turn back on the Wi-Fi. So you don't have it disabling your Wi-Fi with your webcam, and just see if anyone has that problem. They might think, oh, my webcam's broken, it's destroyed my Wi-Fi. Don't worry, it's happened before. Don't worry, it's not new, it's just happened before. People might have problems with Skype, but usually when you boot up into Skype, you won't have that issue anyway in Skype. So don't worry about that either. So you're thinking, oh my god, what if that happens in Skype? Well, it only works if you booted up Cheese or GUVC, the video recorder I'm using now. You only get that issue with that. You don't get it with Skype. I'm not sure, but you only get that issue with Skype. I think that's most of the coverage. One last thing, it's not really much of a big issue, but if somebody comes up and says, I can't get my lens loading up on my screen, something ridiculous, because some people can do some stupid questions. It's kind of funny, but I fancy to do this one for the last one. If your lenses are not booting up and they're not on the screen, they don't automatically start up when you've installed them. No, you have to log out and log back in, then they'll boot up. So if you end up with that issue, don't go, oh no, my lenses are broke, they don't work, blah blah blah. Just log out, log back in. Not a problem. So, this is a new Ubuntu operating system. I had a couple of people who've had issues with Ubuntu, and I think it's down to the lack of knowledge of Linux. Now I've told you what you can and can't do in Linux. You should have a little bit of information about Linux, and I think you should stick with Ubuntu a little bit longer. Those issues, again, you'll have issues with your Windows, you'll have issues with Mac. You're not paying, again, using Windows and Mac, you've got less advantages of paying somebody to fix that problem. You've got somewhere to help you out in Linux when you're doing Windows and Mac. So, yeah. Anyway, thanks for the boring time for problems of issues and problems you may have in the future. If you have any other problems, come to the Linux Comeback community. They'll be in the description. Just go to the community and Linux Comeback Live. And if you have a problem with your Linux operating system, or you tried to install something and failed or something, give us a little update, and I'll tell you. It's not hard. Thanks for your time, and have a good day. Oh yeah, it's cute.